Hey guys, it's Becky. I am back with another process video. Today I'm going to be doing some mixed media. I am using some watercolor paper. This is the first time I've used this. I have had this pack of watercolor paper for probably over a year, and I had never used it before. I do not know why I hadn't used it, but going forward, I suspect when I do mixed media, I will be using this paper. It's very nice. It is kind of pricey, but if you don't do mixed media very often, it's very great to use. Even if you do mixed media often, I still would continue to use this regardless of it's really great. So I went ahead and put gesso on my background. I pulled out some Heidi Swapp Color Shine in Seafoam, some Heidi Swapp Color Shine in Blush, Heidi Swapp Color Shine in Mustard, and also some Dylusions ink spray in white linen. Now I am going to go ahead and spray all of these except for my blush I just did splatters with. The nozzle on my blush is kind of stuck. It won't work, so that's why I did the drops in that. I think this turned out really lovely. On some of them, I would put the splatters and then turn them up, and they kind of did a little dripping. Not a lot. It's not really noticeable, only in some spots, and it's just very little dripping. Right there you saw I had took out that paintbrush to kind of move the blush around the page. It's because I wanted it to be kind of spread out, not just splattered. But like I said, my nozzle was broken, so that's how I got around that. I am going to end up pulling out some stamps to do a little bit of stamping on here. And I used a stamp set, I think it's called The Sweetest Thing, and also a roller phrase stamp from Tangerine. On this layout, or on this background, I did put some titles up at the top so that the items that I was using could be seen in case I forgot to say what they were. Right here I just took the stamp. I'm not using a acrylic block. I just have it on my fingers and I'm just randomly stamping it around. I used that black StazOn and some of the stamps came out very, very, very crisp. So I sprayed that white Dylusions over some of them to kind of tone them down. That is where I had done the splatters and turned the page so that they look kind of drippy. This is the Tangerine roller phrase stamp. I don't know which one it is, but the same thing happened with this. They were really dark in some spots, but that's okay. This other flower I just used is kind of a rose shaped, and it was from that same stamp set, The Sweetest Thing. Right here, as you can see, I'm trying to dry them up in between the colors because I didn't want the colors to bleed together. I kind of wanted them to all be distinct, different colors. So I did dry them up in between. I tried to cut most of that out. Right here I'm using a Dylusions stenciled. It is called Staggered Brickwork. And I love this stencil. I think it might be the first time that I have used it. I don't know when I got it or where I got it, but oh yes I do. I got it at Tuesday morning because it's right here in front of me. So it's the first time I used it and I really enjoyed that. I'm using the Pink Fresh Studio. As you can see, it just came on there saying Pink Frest. Typo. I'm using the Pink Fresh Studio Collection Felicity, and that is exclusively what I used on this layout, with the exception of the title. The title is, I'm just calling it Love, and it's a glitter word, and I don't know the manufacturer of it because I don't have it in front of me. So I'm going to layer this picture with some vellum. I use 2 layers of vellum. And then the paper I use, the Pink Fresh, when you get the paper packs do not have branding strips on the bottom. So I don't know what this paper is called. Right here I took out this She Believed She Could, so she did. It's not really, it's cut into a card, but it's on that one pattern paper they have with all sorts of sayings, and they go different ways. It's not really a cut apart sheet, but you can certainly cut them all out and make it a cut apart sheet. and that's what I used. I went ahead and put some blush, Heidi Swapp Color Shine and blush on it to kind of tie it in a little bit to the background. This is just extra pieces of that paper that I backed that photo in. I cut out some, or I ripped off some strips, and I end up using those strips over to the right and left of the left of the photo and the right of the card, just to bring it in a little bit more. I am going to glue this down with hot glue because of the modeling paste, just to make sure that it sticks. And I am popping the picture up on some foam tape. This photo that I am scrapbooking is a photo of my niece Brandis, and she had very, very long hair. She could sit on it, and she took this picture of herself after she got it cut. She probably got about 12 inches cut off, and so she took this picture of herself just to document that she got a haircut. My intention, I didn't do any journaling on this. Even if I do mixed media, I usually do some journaling, if not on the front, on the back. This particular layout, I think I might keep. Usually her layouts, if I don't do journaling on them, they are ones that I am putting aside for her. I'm going to put them in page protectors and then put them in an album and send them to her. However, I love this background so much. If I don't end up recreating it, I will probably keep this layout for myself because I just really love it. And I know that's kind of not very nice, but you know, whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and go through these die cut pack from the Pink Fresh, and I pulled out some die cuts I might want to use. I do end up using 3 of the word strips, and well, 4, and then I pull out the stickers, the word phrase stickers, and I do use one of those as well. Now this is the pink one I end up using, of the little twirly things. Those are so cute, and they're hard to use, so I wasn't sure how to use it, so that's what I ended up doing, just tucking it under there. I didn't care for how these were so stark white against that background, so I put some of this Heidi Swapp Seafoam on it. I just kind of smushed it around on the page. I tried spraying it and I was like, let me just smush it. So that's what I did. And now they all have a little bit of a seafoam tint on them. I did not do that with the word phrase because it already had that color on it, just the way that it was manufactured. And I also used one of the word phrase stickers that I did not put that seafoam on, that I probably should have, but it doesn't have it on there. Now I use the hot glue on the embellishments as well because of the mixed media again. I'm going to go ahead and put those down. They say exist to be happy, not to impress. If you can dream it, you can do it. Do less with more focus. Enjoy the little things. And I crave a life filled with the magic in the smallest of things. This is just, I don't want to say no meaning. It has nothing to do with her getting a haircut. It's just what I was working with. So the hot glue did leave those little spider webs, so I used that paintbrush to get them off. Here I had punched out some hearts out of that vellum, and I just scattered those around the right side. It does not end up looking like that in the end. You will see in the still photos I did put some different embellishments over there. I wasn't really loving that side. So after I put down those puffy sequins hearts, that's all I'm going to do. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.